I'm going to make a soup today. It's a meatball soup. It's kind of a combination of Philippine and Mexican meatball soup. I'm going to use a small potato and some ground pork, some ground beef, some chicken stock, beef broth, tomato paste, zucchini, carrot, garlic, onion, soy sauce, egg, tomatoes, cilantro, and a couple serrano chilies and some rice. I'm going to take my ground pork and put it in my bowl here. My ground beef, or beef mince and pork mince. And we're going to add a teaspoon of coarse salt. If you use finely ground up salt, it's real fine. I just use a half a teaspoon. I'm going to use half a teaspoon of pepper and cilantro. That is about 2 tablespoons of that. And I'm not going to use the whole egg. I'm just going to use the egg white because I think a whole egg would be too much. And mix that. And rice. 1/3 cup of rice. And just mix this up very well. Real simple. And once you get it mixed up, I'm going to roll it into little balls, little meatballs. Not very big. You don't want them too big. I got my pot over medium heat, a little lower than medium. I'm going to add a little oil. Add the onion. And turn the heat down just a little bit more. Add the garlic. It's a 1 medium onion and 2 cloves of garlic. And I'm just going to stir this around gently over gentle heat until it gets kind of soft. The onions have cooked for about 5 minutes and they're not completely soft, but they're getting there. So I'm going to add the tomato paste. And this is 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. And stir this in. And the pot is not on very high heat, so I'm going to let this cook for a couple minutes. It's gone for 1.5 minutes, and I'm going to turn the heat up to medium-high. I'm going to add the carrot. I'm going to add the potato. It's a small Yukon Gold tomato or potato that I'm putting in there. I'm going to add the chicken broth and beef broth and water, 2 cups of water, and the 2 serrano chilies. And I did not cut them or anything. I'm putting them in whole, as you can see, with the stem and everything. I'm going to let this come to a boil. The soup has come up to a simmer, or a light boil. I'm going to add the soy sauce. And add the tomato, zucchini, and here's the meatballs. I'm going to drop those in. These meatballs are, some are a little bit larger, some are smaller. About 1 inch. Maybe 2.5 centimeters. And I like to make this soup in a large pot because that way when you add the meatballs, hopefully they don't stick together too bad. Of course, the meatballs are going to cool this broth down dramatically. So I'm just going to add them all and let this come back up to a simmer. It took a little bit, but it's come up to a bubble. bubbling away. I'm going to give it a stir for the first time. And I do not want this to boil heavily or anything. I just want it to simmer. So I'm going to turn the heat down just a little bit. And we're going to let this simmer for 20 minutes. I have some in the bowl here. Let's give it a taste. Really good. Not too spicy. I think could add some more chilies to it. Just mild background flavor. So good. Thanks so much for watching.